HQN Books and Harper Audio present Summer at the Cape by RaeAnne Thayne, performed by Carly Robbins. After writing nearly 70 books, I'm running out of new people in my life to thank. So this book is dedicated to Millie, my canine co-writer, who watched from her spot on the sofa in my office as I wrestled nearly every single word. She has brought untold joy, laughter, and warm cuddles into our life. As always, thank you to my family, especially my hero of a husband, Jared, who really didn't want another dog but loves her almost as much as I do. 1. Cami. Cami Porter walked into the lobby of the glass-walled building that housed the law offices of Porter, Garcia, and Sheen, wishing she could curl up with her head down on her desk and take a power nap. Insomnia sucked. The past 4 months had been rough, worse even than those dark days after the implosion of her engagement. She spent all day wishing she could stretch out on the nearest available flat surface, and all night wondering why she couldn't shut off the wild monkey brain and find the sleep she so desperately needed. For some people, struggling through occasional bouts of insomnia was inconvenient but not debilitating. But Cami needed to be mentally sharp to keep up as a junior associate in her father's firm, specializing in contract and intellectual property law. She yawned, shifting her laptop case over one shoulder as she pushed the button of the elevator to take her to the top floor. Cut that out. Now you're going to make me yawn. Tiffany Tsu, a paralegal who worked for one of the junior partners, made a face at Cami as the elevator rose. Sorry. Don't apologize. I really hope that yawn means you had a wild night, considering I was dealing with a teething baby all night long. I need to live vicariously through someone. Cami made a face. You know me better than that. I just stayed up too late reading through law journals. And grieving. She knew that was the reason for her insomnia. Every time she tried to settle into sleep, she saw her sister's face. After 4 months, she might have thought the shock and sadness would ease a little. No. If anything, she seemed to be struggling more now emotionally than she had when she first heard the news. When she reached her floor, she waved to Tiffany and headed for her small, cramped office. If only she could slip off her shoes and lie down on the carpet for a moment. "How did everything go?" a chipper voice asked from the copy machine. Cami pushed away the exhaustion and mustered a smile for her assistant and paralegal, Joe Lopez, who had been with her for 3 years, almost as long as her ex-fiancé, and knew Cami's brain better than she did. Not bad. I think we're close to an agreement. Pete made it clear today he's willing to walk away if they don't agree to our amended clauses in the contract. I'm going to let them stew over the next few days and see if they'll come back to the table with a counteroffer. She was representing a video game developer in talks with one of the big players who wanted to take one of his ideas and adapt it for their system. It was Cami's job to make sure her client, a naive little fish in a big pond, didn't end up ripped to a bloody stump by sharks. "Oh, that's good news. Pete is such a nice guy. I'm glad he has you on his team." Joe gave her the look he did when he wanted to prepare her that something unpleasant was coming. Now for some news that's maybe not so good. Your mother has called 3 times. She sounded increasingly urgent with each call. She seems to think you're ghosting her. That's exactly the word she used. I wouldn't have thought Rosemary knew what ghosting meant. Cami had learned not to be surprised at anything when it came to her mother. She said she has called you 4 times and texted you as many. Joe went on. Cami sighed. My phone ran out of juice, and my car charger isn't working for some reason. And I forgot the battery backup. When it rains. I know. I was planning to plug it in the minute I got back to the office. What's so urgent? She didn't tell me. The most recent time she called,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?